Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another couch video. You had to bait and hook women. You have to bait and hook women, right? And you know what? If you see a lot of dudes be making the shit too complicated. Women ain't complicated. Women ain't complicated at all. You gotta have a good bait. You know, different regions might call it something different. They might call it a trap. Shout out BGS. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, BGS, just kind of listen to what he said. He old school. He old school, but his stuff worked. But the thing is, and this was just known basically, this was in the culture. This wasn't in any books or anything. If you want to get women, you got to have a good bait first to get them over there. Whether you, like a lot of guys on the cold approach thing, okay, if that's what you want to do, you got to have a good bait. Because as soon as she see you, she in 3 seconds deciding what she going to do with you, how far it's going to go. You up there, hey, how you know? I don't care what kind of line you got. You can be direct, indirect. She going to look at you. And your bait is your whole appearance. So that's the first thing. If you're going to be out here approaching women, you better make sure everything is sharp. And this go beyond. Some people think, well, it's just the face. I can already tell they don't get no damn pussy. When they think it's just that, women look at every single thing and weigh it. They look at everything and weigh it. So your bait is your entire, so they looking at your face, they looking at your physique, they looking at your clothes, they looking at your shoes. Depending on where you are, they might look at your car, they see you getting out of a car. They look at all of that. That's your bait. That's your bait. And then if you wanted to catch more on that pimp thing of letting women approach them, that pimp / gigolo thing, or street player thing, like real street player thing, and letting the woman come to him or something, you definitely have to have bait. Because women are scanning a man up and down. Your bait is the appearance. That's the first thing they looking at. Yeah, some guys think they just look at the face and stop. They look at the face. They'll start there and work their way down. For the guys who big on face, I remember I saw this video from a young guy. He was asking women face or body. And then when the ones would say, some of them would say body, but then someone would say face. He said, okay, what if he's 400 pounds? They were like, Or what if he don't have any drip? That's how the young people say it. They looking down. I remember I saw another one of those things where it's supposed to be like 14 women going after 12 guys. A woman looked at a guy and straight up said, well, you'd be all right. You'd be better if your drip was better. They looking at the whole thing. Your haircut. Women looking at all those little things. They got their checklist. I've done a video before where they had that checklist. In fact, I'm going to link that checklist, that video in the description box of their checklist. They look at all of those things. But that's your bait. That's your bait. Like the men who successful, they develop their bait. Now, like there's always this big thing about face, but a guy really look in the mirror, he realize he got an average face, so what he do? He'll make sure his haircut's on point. His beard, he get it. If he don't have that square jaw, he make sure his beard on point. But then he makes sure his clothing on point, his body in decent shape. And also he got some nice smells on him. Because I'm telling you, smell is a cheat code. I'm telling y'all, scent is a cheat code. That's his bait. He get him over there, right? Now, here's the issue. That just get him over there. What I always say, a woman will look at a guy and say he look good till he open his mouth. You gotta have that conversation. There ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. I don't care what you can use money, and as you can try to say, well, my money and status is my bait. Okay, when you get there, what y'all gonna talk about? A woman ain't gonna just say, oh, you look good. I don't care. You can look like Adonis. You can look like an Adonis. You can be dressed like a fashion model. But if your conversation ain't right, only a very few women will still try to deal with you. Only very few. And I'm gonna be real with you. That's usually an unattractive woman who can't really get a good looking guy. That's the only time a very good looking guy can't have a conversation, no personality or something, and still get some, but it won't be from a dime or what people consider very attractive. I say very attractive women, just that top tier type of woman. Or he gotta have something else. Because, and let me break down why that is. Somebody say, because she got an option. She can get some other guy who maybe not look as good, but he got good conversation. He can make her laugh and everything. That's the hook. And that's just that basic thing. Seriously. Everybody making it all complicated and everything. But you gotta talk to him. You gotta talk to him. You gotta get him over there first. That's the first cut. You gotta have the good bait. But then you gotta have that conversation. Indeed, I see some guys, they be trying to say, well, I did all that. I hit the gym and did all this, got the dress and all of this. And, well, first of all, I ain't gonna lie. I think they lying. Because somebody who, like, really fly like that, they gonna have pictures. People, look, let me say something real quick. You get a lot of dudes who talk about, how good they look. They be like, well, I look good. I got this. And be lying through their teeth. Because dudes men who really think they look good, they gonna have their pictures up. They're gonna have their pictures up. They're gonna have an IG page. They gonna make sure. Even if they just think it, whether or not women agree with that, that's another thing. But if you think he look good, he gonna use that. Plus, anybody who got any real game, real knowledge of how people interact, they know if they just have an IG page up, even if they don't get on social media for online dating, they know if a woman see that. Women hit inboxes too. Or you get some woman be like hitting the the women be talking about she be talking about the like, hey, that's a nice shirt you got on. They get it too. But guys gotta have that bait first. But no matter what, you still gotta be able to talk to them. That's the hook. Because understand something with a woman. A woman, a man might just deal with a woman. All she had to do is just look good. She don't even have to maybe dress up or something. She look good and stuff. Most men are gonna deal with it. But a woman, yes, they are very physical. They like the physicality. They like shiny things. But they also emotional. That's where that mouthpiece come in. And it's like if you physically attractive and you turn her on through her womb, then that's cool. That's cool because that affects her emotions. But then it's the other way around. That's why some dudes, they're going through the emotion. That's why you will see an average looking man with an attractive woman. He's like, how you get in there? I'd be like, other than sex, he probably just talk to her. You probably just talk to her. And I've known women have come back and say, you wasn't my type, but you got me laughing, talk to him, all of that. Boom. Bait and hook. It's a very simple process. And if people, a man need to work on developing his bait as best as possible. I've done videos on that. I've done on-demand videos on that. In fact, I'm going to link one of my on-demand videos on that. The title is escaping me now, but it'll be in the description box. That 3 seconds. That's the bait. But then you still you got the bait in it. Because I'm going to tell you what, and I learned this when I was young. Hey, the killer bait, go out with these women, but we weren't clicking otherwise. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that because you're going to find, just in general, regardless whether you want a quickie or you want a long-term relationship with the woman, y'all still got to click. That's the hook. Think about click. That's hooking something. So, yeah. So you got the bait and hook. All right. So anyway, y'all, that's all I got for today. Get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.